natural capital. So all of us fail to protect natural capital. The reason is we are all obsessed with the economic capital. Professor Rana knows very well how South Africa is producing a lot of economy related to nature. So we have to protect natural capital. So we have economic capital, India, as Madam pointed out, but we must promote social capital, Pierre Bourdieu. But now, sustainable development goals promote natural capital. What do you mean by natural capital? We have to protect our natural resources, correct? We have to protect our ecosystem. So, metro rail, okay? And you take Chennai, a lot of climate change is there, and in mining is there in other parts of India and also in Uttarakhand. So we fail to protect the natural resources. So green economy promotes the preservation of natural capital. That is very important. India is known for agriculture, correct? So we fail to sustain the agricultural resources. I come from Tanjavur, the Delta area, where we very often fail. No rain during the season. Okay, the seasonal rain is not there. Climate change is there. The reason is man's desire for plundering the natural resources. Correct. So there is a necessity to value natural capital. Next important thing is I would like to call the marine biodiversity. So marine biodiversity is very important. We already spoiled the biodiversity, correct? Now the water should be taken care. We have 70% of water in this earth. This planet is called liquid planet, correct? But unfortunately, we fail to take care of water, correct? And how to protect water? Multinational companies exploit lot of coral reefs in the ocean. How many of you know Nagapattinam and also Chennai? People are giving artificial coral reef. Why? It's like huts and houses in this plain area. Coral reefs are very important for fish, tortoise, and varieties of whales, crabs, snails in the ocean. Once you take away the coral reefs, the biodiversity will be disturbed. No shelter for fish, no shelter for whale, then naturally there will be a natural calamity. Okay? So there is a necessity for all of us to protect the ecosystem, not only in the land, also in the ocean. I read a lot of books related to ocean biodiversity. Recently I read one important information regarding elephants. So what do you know about elephants? Can anyone tell me? How elephants protect ecosystem? Any idea? Elephant is called landscape architect. Do you know why? Elephants eat the unwanted grass. Okay?
Their poop, when they discard it, that discard fecal system might have something nutrient that might help the nature.
Very good, very good.
Growth of plants.
Very good. Once we cannot cut the very tall grass or bush, but elephants easily eat, okay? And then after that, many birds will come and then sit in the bush. Correct? And similarly, elephants from Tamil Nadu, it used to go to Burma without any hindrance. Yes, sir. But now what happened? We created artificial railroads and tanks we built. So no space for elephants now to move from one place to other place. We very often say elephants entered villages and destroyed crops. But we only entered the shelter of elephants. We built houses, we cultivated the lands belonged to the elephants. Similarly, elephants used to dig, pits in the for taking water during summer. Only elephants only know where water is. And after digging up the hole, many birds will come, many animals also will come and take the water. So we don't know where the water is, but elephants know. But how many of you know the dung of elephant is a house for so many insects and so many seeds and so many, after the drying of the dung, many birds will take, and then they will create lot of plants, saplings, See, just imagine one biggest, very calm elephant is capable of protecting this earth. Whereas we killed elephants. During colonial period, elephants were killed. Millions were killed. Do you know why?
Ivory.
Why ivory and tusk?
They're very costly in that.
In the European houses, a tusk from India, ivory from India is a great comfort. They used for making white buttons in the coat. If you have ivory buttoned coat, you will be called a very rich person. And if you have chair with ivory, okay, and Tamil cinema, and very royal family, they will have, all our animal, our elephant, they killed. So imagine we lost many species because of the colonization, correct? So elephants, we have to, the economy related to elephant is extremely high. I think Professor Senil knows about how economy and animals were related, okay? So we fail to protect our natural capital. See, India is a place, if you don't do anything, you can flourish very well. But unfortunately, we bring lot of machines, lot of companies are here to dig water, and we gave lands in, I went to Uttarakhand, okay, and where many companies are coming and then taking water. We sell it for a very, very minimal amount, but companies take water and then they sell in the airport for 100 rupees, the five-star hotel for 250 rupees, Bisleri is 20 rupees, correct? But the cost of water is 1 paisa. So we give water and we give soil. Dr. Vandana Shiva wrote one book called Soil Not Oil. That's the title of the book. Soil energy is very important, but we sell soil also, correct? Like plundering of soil. So Soil Not Oil is very important book, where the oil economy is also going down now because we fail to protect this green economy. Next important thing is environmental and socio-economic activities. So we spoil the entire economic, corridor of green economy. So what we have to do, then we have to look for sustainable development, sustainable economic development. What we have to do, we have to promote socially inclusive and environmental friendly activities. Take this campus. This campus must have eco-friendly activities, correct? Eco clubs should be promoted, correct? And as Sir said, energy should be promoted. What energy? Solar energy is there, correct? Wind energy is there. So we should not go for fossil, okay? Fossils, if you go to fossil fuels, it means you are taking the nature away. Without disturbing the fossil fuels, we have to promote what? Solar energy and wind energy. When you go to Tuticorin and other places, big fans are there, right? So, and also hydraulic energy. So alternative energies are very important. So economy will promote alternative energies. Next one is related to transport. Okay, we have to reduce motorized transport. We must go for non-motorized transport in future, and also we have to take care of the uh, waste management. What is that? We have to reduce, reuse and recycle waste. That will protect our economy. And the benefits of green economy, once you do this, the green economy will result in mitigating climate change. Okay? Climate change is the greatest task for all of us. And also pollution. Okay? We need solution, okay, not pollution, correct? So we have to protect biodiversity, and we have to be very inclusive in enhancing quality of life. Okay, and these things are very important. And so the challenges for all of us is, okay, sir. Suppose just imagine our university is going for green architecture. What we have to do? Challenge is number one. We have to invest some money. Okay, and we have to bring some technology inside. It is challenging, but we have to protect economy, so we have to do. And we also need lot of, we have to do away the vested interest. You know, in our University of Madras, we want to go for digitizing many things. And there's other challenge, we don't want any change. Okay, I don't want solar because my AC will be switched off. Okay, so we are very much afraid of taking a risk, correct? So risk we have to take so that we can take care of this Mother Earth. I just want to wind up my talk with some important slogans. So all of you are familiar with the slogan, think globally, act locally, correct? But I want to give you some unfamiliar slogans to you. Number one, only one earth, care and share. Okay. Next, environment. If it is environment, we have to be take care of three things: protect, preserve, prosper. Next, clean earth, green earth. I request Sendil sir at least to display all these in the board in future. And when NAC comes, they will at least, we have created consciousness, these things will be there. Thank you, sir. Next one is, UNO conducted a conference related to planet versus plastics. Planet versus plastics. So plastics, other danger, important danger. For taking, water, I attend many ex-NORA meetings. They never keep this bottled water, and we take water and give lot of pollution. Okay, the plastic is another important headache for all of us. Next, reduce, reuse, recycle. Correct? Or save earth, save life. Respect nature, protect the future. Correct? Our planet, our responsibility. Our planet, our responsibility. Or very funny we can say some slogans. I just want to let you know. Save the earth. It is the only planet with chocolate. If you go to Mars, you will not get chocolate. At least for that you save this earth. Next, eco now, ego later. நமக்கு என்ன இருக்கும், ஈகோ தான் இருக்கும். நம்ம ஏன் இந்த மரத்தை வெட்டி எறியணும்னு நிறைய பேர் ஆசைப்படுவாங்க. அதை நம்ம போய்க்கணும். அது மரம் இருந்தால் நல்லது. ஏன்னா ட்ரீ இஸ் எ ஹவுஸ் ஃபார் thousands of birds. நமக்கு மறந்துடுறாங்க. நம்ம ஒரு மரத்தை வெட்டும் போது நம்ம என்ன பண்றோம், ஒரு 1000 பேர்ட்ஸ் நம்ம ஷெல்டரை விட்டு எடுக்கணும்னு அர்த்தம். அதனால ஈகோ நவ், ஈகோ லேட்டர். நெக்ஸ்ட், green colon, more than a color, it is a commitment. Like Sendil sir is conducting green economy. Why? Because more than a color, he looks at the green as an economy, a commitment. Nature is our treasure. Nature is our treasure. Help save it. Correct? Next one. Less pollution, more solutions. Okay? Less pollution, more solutions. Last one of the points I wind up. Just memorize this. Bin less, we have dustbin, no? Bin less, recycle more. நீங்க நம்ம பேப்பர் என்ன செய்யறோம், அப்படியே கிழிச்சு என்ன பண்றோம், ஒரு டஸ்ட்பின்ல போடுறோம். அவன் என்ன சொல்றான், bin less, அதை யூஸ் பண்ணுறதை குறைச்சிட்டு அந்த பேப்பர் வந்து எங்கே பண்ணணும், ரீசைக்கிள் பண்ணுற இடத்துல போட்டிங்கன்னா அது இன்னொரு பேப்பர் வரணும் அப்படின்னு. ஸோ அந்த மாதிரி நம்ம வந்து திங்க் பண்ணோம். நேச்சர் இஸ் நாட் எ பிளேஸ் டு விசிட். ஊட்டி கொடைக்கானல் போகிறோம்ல, கேரளா போகிறோம்ல, கண்ணூர் போகிறோம், அப்புறம் we also go to many places. Nature is not a place to visit. It is home. So it is a home. That every forest is a home. எலிஃபண்ட்டுக்கு வந்து நம்ம ஃபாரஸ்ட் வந்து அது ஃபாரஸ்டோட வீடு, எலிஃபண்டோட வீடு. நம்ம வந்து என்ன பண்ணுறோம், we occupy எலிஃபண்ட்டை விரட்டிடுறோம். And we are also not protecting. Be a part of the solution, not the pollution. Last one, trees. Trees na enna ketinga, the ultimate air refresher. நம்ம refresher பேசலாம் போறோம்ல teachers லாம், அதெல்லாம் விட என்ன, we have to protect trees. Why? Trees are very important because they are the ultimate air refreshers. Only if you protect trees, you will protect everything, including green economy. Thank you so much. Thanks for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, sir. We youngsters absolutely agree with you about the sustainable growth and development, making the earth a better place for the future, focusing on natural resources by promoting eco-friendly practices. I now request Dr. Naren Gopala, CEO, Naren EdTech Consulting Malaysia, to give an inaugural speech.
Very good morning to all of you. Thank you for being here and thank you for the invitation, Dr. Senthil Kumar. And my gratitude are due to the founder of the university, Dr. A.C. Shanmugam, and Engineer A.C. Arun Kumar, and Dr. S. Geethalakshmi, Vice Chancellor, and dignitaries on stage like Professor Dr. S. Armstrong, Dr. P. Kalidas, Senior Registrar, Dr. Senthil Kumar, my dear friend Dr. Praveen Kumar, and Dr. Seth, also my dear friend from South Africa, Durban University. Nice to be here, and it's a very interesting topic. When Dr. Senthil Kumar first told me that there's going to be a seminar on green initiatives, green economy, and things like that, I was so pleased. I put up my hand and said I'm going to be there. Because every time I carry a plastic bag way back in 1980s, I used to feel very proud because it's something innovative. Today I feel ashamed for having carried plastic bags and having used it for years without understanding the negative impact of such bags. Only until when I read about dioxin when I was in school, I understood that plastic is quite dangerous. And I do not know how many of the youngsters today understand the malicious intent of plastic being used in today. There is an economy for plastic usage and the economy for plastic production in this country. That is called a negative economy. There are billions of vendors. There are people who depend upon such plastic production, and their livelihoods will be affected if you are going to migrate from that plastic economy into something which is anti-plastic economy, that is in the lines of sustainable development. If you want to do that transition from an existing negative economy to a positive economy, you need financing for that. This seminar is the anchors on the structured financial transformation needed for sustainable development. It is like reconstructing the economy. It is a way of including the negative effects of economy that we have already done, and try to mainstream it by financing the redemption process. That is all the seminar is all about. You need to have, not only that, we are talking about financial reformation for reconstructing economy. That is under the Viksit Bharat 2047, which has got 3 pillars. Basically, I'm sure most of you know, there are 3 pillars for Viksit Bharat. One is sustainable development, other one is inclusivity, other one is environmental stewardship. There are three pillars to that. I'm sure all of you know that. For you to, when you talk about sustainable development, we are talking about continuity in whatever you're doing, recycling, as Professor Armstrong said. Recycling is a part of sustainable development where you sustain to use your product, reuse your product again and again so that the economical aspect is taken care of. If you're going to buy new paper, trees will be cut. When you're cutting trees, obviously the oxygen content will come down, the carbon content will go up naturally because you don't have an air refresher, as you rightly said. So a lot of effects in the way in which we do. In fact, every day we live, we are actually harming the nature. That's why protecting natural capital is very important. So how do we do that? First thing is that we need to bring in the awareness among the common public that what we are doing right now is not correct. So there must be a streamlined way of understanding what is being done in today's practice. There must be a structured way of doing things, like how we are doing the business economy today. We talk about balance of payment, we talk about balance of trade, we talk about GDP, GNP. There are very fixed terminologies for the conventional economy. There are parameters, there are indices, there are metrics that shows whether an economy is healthy or not. But the economy that we are talking about, the green economy that we are talking about, that includes natural capital, measures to have sustainable development and financing for ensuring these processes, it requires a detailed study. That is why I believe that this seminar will be very useful for us to take us through that path where we start understanding and contemplate on practices and how do we actually sustain the efforts that we take. Right? So, when you talk about, let's talk about negative economy a bit more to understand the impact that it can actually bring into. Today, if you are going to, I used to live in a foreign land for a long time. In fact, I still live there most of my time. When I come here to India, when I travel to Bangladesh, when I travel to other countries, what happens is that the kind of pollution that you have, the air pollution that you have that's filled with radicals, free radicals, that can actually cause a lot of things. We don't know the effect. We don't see. We always talk about the scientific research as a final testament. It is not true. The research that is happening is continual. It is dynamic in nature and it can change from time to time. Recent example I'll tell you. Sometime back, until 2 years ago, they were talking about the cholesterol found in the egg yolk, was harmful to you. It can create some derivatives that can actually have production of triglycerides, which can actually create arteriosclerosis for you. Today they are saying the opposite. Right? So we can't actually take this for granted, but one thing is for sure, what your body feels is for real. Right? If you are feeling that you just take an outdoor go and just don't wear any mask or anything, just go use it, just go and the roads, you will know that how bad you can feel at the end of the day. Right? It is all because of our careless handling of our lives in this economy that is negative, negative economy. Correct? So, government of India has recently, I would say, has done a phenomenal job in terms of countering the negative economy by coming out with a policy statement that is called Viksit Bharat 2047. India has got a very ambitious goal in terms of net zero in 2070. That's a very ambitious goal. But I'm not sure whether are we ready for that yet, or have we really packed our bags and are we on the racetrack? We don't know. I think youngsters like you will decide, we will just play the second fiddle for you because you need to take the lead because you have the energy and the zeal to move forward. Right? Net zero in 2070 is what they are talking about. And the EV segment, EV automobile segment is really doing phenomenally well. I work very closely with IIT Madras Research Park. I know the kind of work people are doing there is amazing. But again, there's another problem. How are you going to dispose your these batteries that you're going to use in those vehicles? Is another problem. It's another conundrum. But we think it is solvable. Now, hydrogen fuel has come in a big way. Water is being used as fuel has come in a big way. India has given a lot of source. Green credits are being given to the industries. They give green credits, like Sir said, Professor Armstrong said, was talking about green audits being done on campus. These things are very good initiatives to start off. But how do we actually finance a transition is a question. A young man wants to run a business. Most of you will have entrepreneurial pursuits like what Dr. Gita Lakshmi had mooted. We need entrepreneurs to be developed. Entrepreneurs need, when you have to transit from your normal way of life into something, the entrepreneurial journey, you need two things. You need a brilliant idea and financing, and some financing for that idea. You must have a brilliant idea and some financing. We have ideas, but how are we going to finance that? That's the question. Right? So we can't be always talking about borrowing from foreign corpus. It cannot be done in a sustainable manner. So how do we generate equity? How do we generate equity in terms of doing this finance? Financing can be done, must happen in two stages. One is the wholesome financing must be done. Other one is interstitial financing must be done. The transition from a common man's to become an entrepreneur, that transition must also happen for us to transit from the green economy into nature-related economy into a green economy. Right? It must be financing done, right? How are you going to do away with the plastics that are being used rampantly today? The people don't bother whenever you go to restaurants, you order Swiggy, you get tons of plastic. In fact, I have a record. Every week, I think we are getting about 700 grams of plastic we are consuming. A family household of 3 of us is going to 700 grams of plastic. I weighed it. So imagine the billions of plastics that are going in. Right? So you need to find a replacement for that, correct? So when you find a replacement, I'm just giving you a very simple layman's understanding of financing of structural, I'm talking about structural reforms needed for such transition. For example, you're using plastic, okay? I want to do away with the plastic. So you can come with manjapai. Good idea. But is it sustainable? That's a very good idea. Can you sustain it for how do you carry liquids? So you need to make something that is nature friendly. Is it really nature friendly? That's another thing. Correct? But for you to fill the gaps between the transition from a negative natural economy to a green economy, you need financing to be done in a very structured manner. Correct? Green, the plastic must become bamboo. Maybe I'm just suggesting bamboos. May not be bamboos, I don't know. I'm not a scientist, I'm not an ecological scientist here to tell you what is to be done. But I say, if there's going to be a transition from plastic to a usable, reusable material, you need financing for that. You need R&D to be done. Somebody has to do R&D. That man must not dream about going to Google and work for Google and earn millions of dollars, but stay in India and do research work. Do you have such aspirational people here? Again, it comes to your bottom line. Correct? The transition needs financing. And we need to think about how to structure it so that your fundamental goals of Viksit 2047 is achieved. The first goal is for sustainable development. How do you sustain it? Continue it, sustain it again and again. How do you do it again and again? Like the perpetually perfect engine, 100% efficiency. That is sustainable development. Those who are mechanicians should understand this better. So the microeconomics, this economics nature is of two nature. One is of macro and micro, and it must be funded externally. That funding must be viable. Correct? If it is not viable, then sustainability will be a question. So my suggestion would be for sustainable, for financing, for coming with mechanism is to give credits to people who save Earth. Like for example, my thought was every child must have at least planted 1,000 trees by the time she finished 12th standard. Must have an audit of how the trees grow. I'm just saying. So we have millions of students here. Find a way of doing it. And economy based on natural products must be promoted internationally with SOPs, tax structure, tax rebates, and credits for people. For example, I was told that NAC gives a credit for green credits are given for institutions for running it in a very environmentally friendly manner. Similarly, industries must be audited, must be given some index, which is already been there, but it must be in much more rampant manner. So let's discuss about this for the next 2 days. We have some brilliant brains coming from all over the country, And I'm so happy to be here in front of you to talk about this topic, which is, I've been thinking about this, I have been thinking about this for a long time. Now as a social forum, let's put our brains together to understand how this can be done. We need this kind of things, need people from all aspects of life. You need environmentalists, you need ecological scientists, you need social scientists, you need economists, you need commercial people. You have a lot of things to put your brains together when you understand how this is to be done. Right? With this note, I'm going to end my inputs on this. And there is always a possibility in everything that we do. Okay, I'm so amazed with the way this Elon Musk works. I'm a big fan of his in terms of. Have you ever watched this video of the flight coming, the satellite coming back on Earth? Have you seen the video of that? How the two arms hug the flight like a baby and puts it in place. Have you seen that? That is phenomenal, right? We never thought that satellite can come down. Way back in 1985, I think Professor will remember, we had a Skylab incident. I don't know how many of you remember the Skylab was supposed to fall on Earth. People were very scared. We had 2 days holidays. We were at home enjoying ourselves. And today satellites can be brought back and can be landed, can be reused. Look at the technology, look at the way these people think. I think we need to get inspired from that. And everything is possible. We can definitely build a green, fantastic Earth that is very friendly to us, and for that we need to be very conscious, and we have to internalize it and live it in such a way that if we don't grow it, at least we don't harm it. That's how we must live. Thank you for the opportunity. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, sir, for your phenomenal words on the importance of green economy. We are looking forward to discuss and share knowledge and insights with you in the next 2 days. Now I'd like to request Ms. E. Nivedana, Assistant Professor of Special Education, NKT College of Education for Women, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Thank you, Joshna. Gratitude makes sense of our past, bring peace for today, and create a vision for tomorrow. Respected Chief Guest, esteemed speaker, distinguished guest, faculty members, and my dear student teacher. On behalf of the entire organizing team, it is both an honor and privilege to extend my sincere gratitude to all those who have contributed to the success of today's event. First and foremost, I would like to express our deep appreciation to our Honorable President ERACS Arun Kumar, respected Vice Chancellor Dr. S. Sita Lakshmi, respected Registrar Dr. C.P. Palinivelu, Senior Additional Registrar Dr. P. Kalidas, for gracing us with all your presence and for delivering such an inspiring and thoughtful address. All your words have undoubtedly left a lasting impact on all of us, and we are immensely grateful to all your valuable time and insights. We also deeply thank to our Chief Guest, Professor Dr. S. Armstrong, Member, VC Convener Committee, University of Madras, for the engaging and insightful presentation. Your expertise and thought leadership are significantly enriched today's discussion, and it also giving a new perspective on the subject matter. Sir, your contribution are truly invaluable, and we are very grateful for your presence. We would like to express our sincere gratitude to our esteemed guest of honor, Dr. Naren Gopal, CEO Naren EdTech Consulting Malaysia. Thank you, sir, for sharing your invaluable knowledge and expertise with us. We are very much grateful to your presence and incredible thoughts. I would like to express my sincere gratitude to Dr. C.P. Senthil Kumar, Professor, Dean of Arts and Commerce, and Organizer Secretary, for his unconditional dedication and tireless effort. Sir, your contribution and commitment could be the witness of today's seminar. A special word of thanks to the management and principal of NKT National College of Education for Women, Chennai, and the entire organizing team, whose meticulously planning, coordination, and tireless effort behind the scene ensure that the event runs smoothly. Without your dedication, this event would not be possible. I would also like to extend our gratitude to all the participants for the active involvement, interest and thoughtful contribution throughout this program. Lastly, we thank our sponsor ICSSR and partner for the continuous support which enable us to bring this event to life. Your contribution play a vital role in making such a professional gathering possible. I would like to thank everyone present today for your time, commitment and support. We are truly fortunate to have a distinguished group of professionals and we hope today's seminar will serve a foundation for further collaboration and innovation. Thank you once again. We are looking forward and to the future events. Thank you so much.
Thank you, respected dignitaries and all the audience. We now conclude our session and we go ahead with the tea break. Thank you all.